Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And with us from the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Raptors. On Thursday, they'll be tipping off a homestand, starting with the Memphis Grizzlies. And then on Saturday, they'll tip off a road trip in Brooklyn where they'll take on the Nets.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Here are the five for the Raptors. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Emmanuel quickly out there with Dick, and it's Ingram, and at the three, the small forward. We've got Bird. Duran out there with Bol. Here we go. Then it's Fred VanVleet, and it's Christie in at the shooting guard position. And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement,
which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better. And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
The 2022 Rookie of the Year, Scotty Barnes, GA. He had a terrific rookie year, as we know. His second year may have fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, it was a bit stagnant for Scotty, but man, he had a monster third year, making his first All-Star game. The playmaking of Barnes especially took the lead.
Now here's VanVleet to the inside. And Bird gets it to go on the assist from VanVleet.
And you can always count on VanVleet to make the right play. He doesn't make too many bad decisions when he's got the ball in his hands.
Chalk up two there.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that, literally. Yeah, he will gladly take those.
Here's VanVleet after the Raptors pick up two. Bird outside. A second chance effort. Bank shot, no good.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Nobody near Barnes. Off target from three-point range. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. And their focus on defense, Brandon Ingram. Coach told me Brandon presents unique problems. It's the skill and size combination. You just don't see it too often. Anytime Ingram touches the ball, everyone will be focused on stopping him. Should be a good one tonight, guys.
Okay, David, thanks.
Brandon Ingram.
The pure shooting ability of Ingram does all the talking there. He gets the ball and delivers that quick release.
Now, here's Duran. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game. Christie. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive.
Against VanVleet. Back to Barnes. Down low. It's stolen by Duran. Christie kicks to Bird. Puts up a three. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
This is just what Bird does. He makes shooting from range look easy.
Back to quickly. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's VanVleet. 11-point game his last outing. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Bird. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Bird's got 7 points.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
And Ball sends it back.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Now here's Barnes. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Ball kicks to Bird. Pass to Van Vliet. Here's Christie. Bull with it. Quickly covering. And it's Bull that time on the assist by Christie. Bull's got his second basket.
Yeah, inside, Bull does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Quickly against Van Vliet. Screen by Pirtle. And it's quickly missing. Gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Bull is screen on quickly. Van Vliet passes to Bull. Here's Christie. Here's Bird. Buries the 20-footer. He's got 9.
And their offense already in a flow.
That was gorgeous.
Some stellar shoot.
Let's watch that again. That was, man, the way he set him up so quick and just, it was so decisive. You know what I'm saying? He just got right to work and got his shot off. Little fake, 1 dribble, 2 dribble. Next, man.
To jump out to this lead.
Ingram kicks to Barnes. And the Raptors miss again. Gone 7 of 11 for the field to begin the game. Bird passes to Duran. Now Van Vliet. Still yet to score. Bird outside. Barnes against Bull. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. He's been on fire lately. Let's
we got complicated. We got discombobulated in the half court. I thought I had Bird in the post, but
forward on the wing
didn't have the angle I wanted.
Just opens up so many things.
Try to get to Duran, but
a lot of attention
just a bad
is paid
play
to him, and with the stretch he's had, even more will be coming his way.
Raptors trail by 7. And here is Quickly. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game.
A solid shooter from outside the arc. Ingram is fantastic at realizing when he should take those shots.
And here is Van Vliet after Brandon Ingram getting his shot to go from deep. Shoots from 8. Here's Bird. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
Here he goes, and that one's good. Quickly's got 6.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And the defense of this Raptors team, Greg, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard much easier.
All right, let's get some substitutions going here. Let's get Bowl out of there, come in with, we'll slide Larry up forward, and then we'll bring in Caruso like we all, that's typically the rotation we've been doing all season. And we'll get Duran a breather here and bring in Wagner. W's a V, a German enunciation. And we'll leave the backcourt. We'll leave the backcourt in probably for a duration, at least into the later part of the first quarter.
Good prospect.
RJ, for the few teams already suffering big-time injuries, how do they keep up their spirits? How do they keep going?
I feel like the term next man up is overused, but what it comes down to is you need to have faith in the guys you have available.
Bird hits them both.
Bird ain't missed a free throw all season long.
Not him. He's put in the work to defy that assumption.
Ingram outside. Nice move. Here's Pirtle. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
I really like what the defense is thinking, but against Pirtle inside, you really have to go at him.
Bird is screen on quickly. Van Vliet passes to Bird. A shake. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And how about 6 of 8 with that one? And there is no slowing down this young man.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. Walter, he's checked in for the Raptors.
Few players have the overall game of Larry Bird. Obviously, we know he can shoot the lights out, but he's also an elite-level passer.
Now here's Barnes. It's stolen. One-on-one fast break. Here's Bird. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Yeah, how about this first quarter? 7 of 9 from the field. He is putting on a show.
Team Larry
And
trying to avenge that loss to the Raptors last week.
Game.
That mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
And the mental game you talk about, a lot comes down to coaching, having your players focused.
Here's Van Vliet following the score by Jakob Poeltl. Back to Van Vliet. Pass to Wagner. 6 on the shot clock. Goes up from the top of the key. And Poeltl pulls it down. Poeltl's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Barnes kicks to quickly. From downtown, Bird pulls it in.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Caruso. Nothing on the board. Drops in the layup for 2.
Oh, it's not an easy look for Caruso in with these threes, but somehow he gets to go.
Raptors trail by 9. Quickly kicks to Barnes. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, a chance to check out some stats for Larry Bird.
And right now, he's in one of those grooves where he has a tremendous feel for the game. His assist numbers these past 5 look a lot different than from the rest of the season. And by different, I mean better.
The Raptors making a switch here. Barnes hits them both.
And Barnes, an all-around threat. A good scorer, aggressive rebounder, solid passer, and more than capable defensively.
Now here's Pippen. Pass to Dosunmu. On baseline, Jay. Out to Bird. It's deflected. Another shot. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
With every passing season, Quickly's role seems to expand.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he's had to prove himself over and over. And now that he has, I don't think you find nearly as many doubters as he had when he first came into the league.
And Quickly drops them both.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Pippen, the pass to Bird. Here's Dosunmu. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
The first free throw is good. Trendon Watford's checked in for Bird. He hits one, then this is the 2nd attempt from the free throw line. Pass to Dosunmu. Swiped it away. Here's Walter. Good on the three-point shot.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Pippen. Still without a basket. Pass to Caruso. Dosunmu with it. It's rebounded by Quickly. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
You have to think at this point the winner will be the one to settle in on defense.
Now here's Pippen. Pass to Dosunmu. Caruso looking for an opening. Wagner with a screen for Caruso. To the paint. Fast break Toronto. Here's Mobo. Whoa, look out! Goodness. Look out!
Wow, okay, I see you.
And down it goes.
Toronto back in the game.
And the
I'm telling you, they match up well against
play
team, Larry.
Was terrific. I love the fact that
they're not going to be. This ain't going to be an easy game. Toronto beat them last time.
Pippen.
Mogbo's a problem up front too with his speed in the open court that you just saw.
Pass to Watford. Wagner outside. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Here's Walter. Defended by Caruso. Here's Mobo. And he jams it with authority.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. We've got 13 seconds left here in the first quarter. Pippen, the pass to Dosunmu. Hits the three-point bomb.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
A three from Quickly. And that concludes a high-scoring first quarter with both teams tied up. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
They're just out-hustling them on the boards, punishing them for refusing to box them out accordingly.
Pippen is out there with Christie. Then it's Alex Caruso. Then it's Duren. And it's Bull in at the four-man position. And it's out of bounds. We have the break in the action. Let's show you the teams that have been making their opponents work especially hard over the past 10 games. Number one, the Raptors.
There you go. The two best defensive teams in the NBA right now.
Ends of the floor. You're seeing that from each of these clubs, and this is what defense is all about.
Abaji, the pass to Ingram. Goes to the reverse layup and cracks it in. Ingram's got 8.
And this is what you want more of. Ingram has to keep being aggressive like this.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. They've got Robinson. Brandon Ingram's out there with Walter. And it's Shed in at the point. Here's Christie. Shot clock at 6. Duren down low. Robinson on him. Shot's good by Duren. Duren's got his first points of the night. Ingram against Caruso. Ingram right side. Duren pulls it in. Gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Caruso finds Duren. He can't get that one. Toronto shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Stolen. And Duren slams it in.
Oh, Duren getting out running tonight.
This is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Here's Shed. He has yet to score. Pippen with the steal. Up the floor. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
In my opinion, Team Larry is better than Team Magic, in my opinion.
Pass to Abaji.
They just have a better defense, a better rebounding team, and better chemistry, too.
To Ingram.
And they just have more ways to beat you. It's just fast breaking and shooting threes.
Now,
the defense is just so much better.
Duran with the screen on Robinson. And Duran slams
And the
it
big
in.
men are just more skilled.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
I mean, Team Magic didn't even have outside of Drummond and Olynyk off the bench. They start Chris Middleton at center with Harrison Barnes trying to run all day. But here, as you can see, Duran and Bol up front is a problem, and then you put Bird in there as a playmaker / scorer. Hard to stop. Here comes Larry, fresh. Pippen Jr. been running the show with Plan B's wrestling.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Pass to Mobo. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
Boy, it's a joy to watch Ingram as he's developed. One of the hardest working players in the game.
Van Vliet passes to Christie. Duran sets the screen for Bird. Just 5 to shoot. And a kind roll that time off the rim.
Man, he sent that boy from, man, he took that boy to New Jersey, had him finish somewhere around freaking Bangor, Maine with that fake. He sent that. Man, I'm going by geography. Look, he started in California, took him to Jersey, and he finished somewhere up around Bangor, Maine. Damn, man, he had Ingram all over the place.
As that one falls, Bird's got 22 points.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Van Vliet kicks to Bird. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Baseline J on the way. Abaji pulls it in. Raptors trail by 6. Pass to Ingram. And that's collected by Bird. Gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. That's good from Van Vliet on the assist from Duran.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Toronto, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Pass to Abaji. A floater. Duran pulls it in. Duran's got his 5th rebound in this one. Bol finds Van Vliet. Back to Bol. Van Vliet outside. Up top, Bird. And the layup's good off the glass. He's got 24.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And Ingram has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors, trailing by 10. Here's Dick. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist.
So much balance when Dick's in the air. Always able to square his chest and make a confidence
The
throw.
commentary is hilarious.
Here's Van Vliet. Out to the right wing.
Bird, Garland.
To the middle.
Good defense.
Here's Dick. Defended by Christie.
That was good defense by
Here's
Toronto.
Abaji.
Thought they had him.
Pass to Pirtle.
Oh, we had him on that curl.
And the dunk by Pirtle.
What a slam
Hurdle.
by Jakob. You could see
Making
the
himself
confidence
available.
that he plays with down low.
Gone 7 of 9, and their field goal attempts here in the second quarter. Pretty good offense. Van Vliet passes to Bull.
Bird again, curling. Got him this time.
Bird inside. He's covered by Ingram. Clock at 6. Lets it fly. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side.
Bird's is unguardable,
Bird's
man.
got 26.
Too many quick fakes and that quick release.
Raptors trail by 8.
At 6'9", you just can't bother his shot.
Pass to Walter. Dick in the corner.
Especially at the mid-range area.
Launches a 3. That shot misses.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Let's post up Bowl. Got
Here's
size
Christie.
mismatch.
11-point game his last outing.
Take your time. Take your time.
Bull inside. Abaji pulls it in. The Raptors have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots behind the mark.
Oh, my God. Hard foul. And Dick powered through. I had to say it. Dick took the contact and powered through. And went strong. Dick went strong to the hole and finished all over Bowl. I'm sorry. Oh, man. The Grady Dick jokes will never stop.
And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength.
Good game going here.
Goes into it. Also, you know, getting a cadence for the screening. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
Shots good from
Bird.
And he has his
Execution.
fingerprints all over.
He's
this
taking
first half.
Ingram
He's
to
just
school,
shooting it
man.
So efficiently.
quickly, and Bull pulls it down. Bull's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Bird finds Duran. Shoots from 14. They double team Bird. Here's Christie. 5 to shoot. And Bird, here we go. And
good block.
Barnes sends it
Good
back.
defense.
Oh, tremendous defense there from Barnes. That 7'2" wingspan coming in handy.
Duran against Ingram. Count that
Ingram.
as his 4th basket of the night.
But
Just
despite the
7 shots
heroics
to
of
get there.
Bird, it's only a 5-point game.
And he'll do damage from there if you let him.
Good one going here in Boston.
Van Vliet outside.
Good steal. Good steal. Bowl, got a beat on it.
And
Dunked
it's
on it.
Barnes slamming it down.
Thought I had a good line for a block on that one.
Admire the tenacity from Barnes. Love seeing
Bird
him take
wants it.
charge
Calling for
like
it.
that.
Bird in the
Now
post.
Van Vliet.
And they come.
Bull the pass to Christie. Nailed
Christie.
from three-point land. Christie's got his second bucket.
I
of
like
the night.
his jump shot
At
release.
7'2", Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
And it's Ingram missing.
Good defense by
Solid
Larry Bird.
rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
In the corner, Bull with it. Back to Van Vliet.
Post Bowl. Post Bowl.
To the left side wing.
Repost.
Bull finds Van Vliet.
Repost. Hook shot.
Puts it up from 15. Toronto grabs the miss.
He hasn't had his
Got to get
best
deeper
game,
position
but
on that
they've gotten
post up by
enough
Bowl.
production elsewhere, so
Got to work
it
hard for
hasn't
better
really
position in
mattered.
that.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks
Got
like
that
he's
size
close
advantage.
to
You gotta get
it
deeper
right
position.
now, a little bit in his head.
Doesn't know how to do it, though. It's not really his skill set. Bird does, though.
Inside.
Bird know how to do it.
Here's Bird. And
Bird
he
know how to
gets
get
that
deep in
one
the
to
post,
go
though.
Off the front iron. 30 points for Larry Bird.
Bird got that position. Maintain it, call for it. Killed his man instantly.
Quickly against Van Vliet.
Good block by Bowl.
Sends it back. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. And Toronto making a change here. Walters checked in. Pass to Dick. A three from Quickly. Duran pulls it in.
We haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
And that's almost impossible to defend against Van Vliet. A pretty looking floater.
Here's Quickly. Following the basket by Fred Van Vliet. Quickly the pass to Dick. Hurdle with a screen on Bowl. Here's Barnes. 5 on the clock. Hurdle's shot is off.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Here's Barnes. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Here's Bird. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Barnes passes to Quickly. Pass to Pirtle. 58 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Walter. Beyond the arc. Duran pulls it in. Duran's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Quickly against Van Vliet. Now here's Duran. D right on him. Good on the bucket. Duran's got 8 points.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those
Both
lanes.
teams inside.
Barnes outside. Back to Quickly. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Unloads from 9 for the 3. Duran pulls it in.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how it plays out.
And that does it for the first half of play. They're up by 10. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Larry Bird with a 30-point half.
Howdy, folks. I know you've all been clamoring to find out how the Rookie of the Year race is looking, and we are not letting you down. There's been no adjustment period to the NBA for these young men.
And Kenny wouldn't know anything about this. Not just anybody wins Rookie of the Year.
Subtle chat. Why don't you just come out and say you won Rookie of the Year?
Got him, because I just got you to say it. Got him, Ernie.
Changing focus now to that first half. A brutal game so far for the Raptors.
If they think they'll win with this kind of defense, they're tripping. When you give up that many good shots, it fuels your opponent's fire.
They're like gasoline on a flame, I'd say. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. It's been one outstanding game from Larry Bird.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Bird out there with Bol. Then there's Jalen Duren. Then there's Christie, and it's Van Vliet in at the 1.
And ideally, Barnes would like to be a little closer, but he makes the best of that mid-range on that one.
And for the Raptors, Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Brady Dick is out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's Ingram in at the 3 spot.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
On defense, the home team.
Can't do this against Ingram. He's good at seeking out contact and finding ways to get to the line.
It's his first trip to the line.
Brandon Ingram. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Ingram.
I'm going to have to rest my front line pretty soon here. Guys are getting a little tired.
Free throws, good for
Bird,
Ingram.
Duren, and Bol.
Battling injuries off
I'll play him for the
and
first
on
3,
throughout
4
the
minutes of the
years.
first
Is a
third quarter.
major difference maker.
Then I'll bring my subs in.
Pass to Christie.
They can't stop that play.
I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Larry Bird, that high screen.
And so quickly. And Van Vliet, not the same scorer he once was, Richard, but he has improved his playmaking.
And that's the adjustment that Van Vliet needed to make. The scoring doesn't always have to be there for him.
Here comes Scotty Barnes.
Up, facilitate, and
here comes Scotty Barnes.
He'll find a large role.
And here is Van Vliet, following the three-pointer by Scotty Barnes.
Here comes Bird.
Van Vliet looking around. A wide open look for Bird.
Right back at you, Scotty.
Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 5 assists in the game. Quickly with it, picked up by Van Vliet. Van Vliet against Quickly.
Bol want to help. Oh, I got a foul.
An important part of the game. Here are the leaders in that department. You look
Bol was right there for the help,
but
he got the foul.
Put him on the line, and it's nearly automatic.
And you simply got to avoid sending him to the line. Absolutely no one has better form.
Van Vliet playing against his former team. The Larry Bird draft, he was let go by the Raptors, and we picked him up. I think his skill set fits with Bird perfectly, in my opinion. If you remember Dennis Johnson and Fred Van Vliet, they kind of similar play styles, with the exception of the inability by Van Vliet to post up, which Dennis Johnson had and Van Vliet doesn't have. Other than that, good defensive players, hit the outside shot, good penetrators, good passers, and tough-minded. Dennis Johnson and Fred Van Vliet.
On 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now.
Bird in the post.
Pass to Bird.
Double team comes.
In the corner, Bol with it.
Shot from
the wing. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
But when you've made your first 3 shots of the half, I think it's okay for a heat check.
Quickly with a wide open look. The three-pointer off the mark.
Here comes Christie.
And he keep trying to get himself out of this rut. But maybe it's not meant to be. I focus on
Christie has been balling all season long.
Okay, so they've looked
12 points
and focused starting this half. Coming out of the break, making
good block by Duren.
Well, his
Bird
unfortunately
handling it well. Surveying the offense, probing, shaking. Bacon steps back on Ingram. Wants to go. Can't hit.
Woo! Raptors trail by 10. Dick in the corner. And again, no good by Toronto.
Here comes Team Larry.
Christie against Quickly.
Oh, Bird pops out. Bird with a fake.
Here's
Goes
Bird.
to the lane.
And the shot.
And the floater hits.
And now that's 35 points for
Larry Bird with 35.
Strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
Ingram wide open.
Answers.
Their three-point percentage has taken
a Bird-Ingram duel shaping up here. Larry wants it again.
Basketball here in just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by.
Larry gets it. And the one, Larry Bird. Determined.
By Van Vliet. He's in control of this offense and generally.
Remember, the Raptors beat Team Larry last time. So I sense that Bird is taking it somewhat personal tonight.
At the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Let's go ahead and give these guys a breather. I'm going to take Bird out next time out. Give him a breather. We're needing him for the fourth quarter. I suspect.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter.
He's getting a little tired.
Van Vliet against Quickly. Now here's Ingram. Defense right on him. Banked in off the glass. Ingram's got 7 now in this quarter.
His shot has been on point from the opening tip. He's pretty much kept them in the game.
Duran with a screen on Quickly. Pass to Duran. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Oh, man. Yeah, guys are getting tired. That's a sign of fatigue. You start seeing screens like that. Second week screens.
Stats don't lie. Absolutely applies here. He's been a monster
going to my bench
on
now.
The court for this team.
Yeah, they rely on his production night in and night out. There are times when he absolutely carries them.
Challenging the bigger defender.
Quickly.
Cutting him down
13
to
points.
size with that one.
He's not going to back down from anyone.
Let's go to a pick and roll offense.
The fearless attitude right there.
Now here's Van Vliet. Christie kicks to Van Vliet. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Caruso. And the 3 off target. And so Quickly will bring it up for the Raptors. Trailing here by 8.
Good defense by Caruso.
And they're pushing it up.
Got Christie running.
Here's Christie. That falls.
Christie has been playing so well.
Van Vliet's got his 8th assist.
For the injured
tonight.
Brendan Miller. He got hurt in
Quickly
week 2 of the season.
Barnes with it. 3-pointer.
Christie's been big off the bench.
And the 3 ball is good. Barnes has got 16 points.
Man.
In the always evolving
got a good one going here.
Of Barnes. I like seeing him wasting no time there, letting that one go.
His numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Van Vliet passes to Christie. 6 to shoot. Now here's Caruso. Back to Watford. Tried to come right back with the 3 of
Bad
his own,
possession.
but it's no good. Pass to
A lot of
Pearl.
broken plays on that one.
To the top of the key, Dick.
Brady Dick. Dick
Off
can't
target
hit.
with his 3. Gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Wagner with his screen for Van Vliet.
All the way.
Some solid defense from Pirtle. Raptors trail by 7. Barnes with it. Defended now by Wagner. Van Vliet kicks to Caruso.
Oh, man. Pirtle, great
He's
defense.
quick to read and react on D. Pirtle can really disrupt an opponent's offense.
And now here comes Team Larry.
From downtown tonight. 50%.
They lose the ball. Now here comes Toronto. Who wants it?
Quickly against Van Vliet. Pass to Pirtle. Here's Ingram.
Ingram.
And foul.
Not to be denied. Gets the foul on the hard drive.
An aggressive take from from Ingram inside.
And Larry Bird watching from the bench.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
Let's go ahead and get Ben Simmons in. Let's get him some minutes. Give Flambito rest. Let's bring Bird back in power forward.
And Toronto making
Bird's coming back in. He's going to play up front.
Checked in. No good on the free throw.
Big lineup for the Team Larry right here. Simmons in the backcourt, the Sumo at 2 guard, Larry Bird up front with
second from the line.
With Wagner.
1-3 from downtown since halftime.
Very big backcourt for Team Larry right now.
Simmons with it. Wagner a screen on quickly. Simmons passes to Caruso. On the wing, Bird. 4 on the clock. Shot from 16. And that one's good. Caruso's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Caruso's ability to pull up from mid-range makes defenders choose how they want to guard him.
Let Larry be the help man.
Pass to Pirtle.
Safety man.
Here's Abaji. And again, no good by Toronto.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Wagner outside.
Wagner. Rebound Larry. Back to Wagner. From 2 this time. Can't hit.
By the Raptors.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Pass to Dick. Ingram deciding where to go with it.
Ingram trying to beat Bird off the dribble. But can't.
Got
Larry up.
Gets the
and kills the legend.
Ingram's got 11 here in this quarter.
Larry Legend with his hand down.
A lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from 3-point range.
Now here's Caruso. He's got 6. Dick with the steal.
Dick in the way. The defensive Dick.
On the wing quickly.
Dick's D is just too good.
Driving inside. And it's quickly missing.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period.
I
think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence. Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
Raptors trail by 7. Well, Ben Simmons is a multiple-time All-Star, but Richard, it's been years since he has played at that level. We know about the injury history.
And I wish Ben nothing but the best. I'm rooting for him, but it's hard to talk about someone who doesn't consistently play the game, and the injuries have taken Ben out of that position.
Here's Dick. Ben Simmons with the rebound. Gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them.
Ben Simmons passing, man.
Oh boy, a lot of contact there.
Wow, what a turnover that was by Ben Simmons.
And here is our 2K leaderboard. These teams have been on fire over the course of the past 10 games.
It's been a great run for them, kind of shooting the basketball. You love when multiple guys get into a groove at the same time.
Team Larry will be taking on the Golden State Warriors again.
And he can't get the first one.
The last game was a classic. Steph Curry and Larry Bird both going for 55 points in the same game. Not want to miss that one. But right now we got a game right here.
Sinks the second.
Toronto Raptors, the best defensive team in the league right now.
Gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third.
Second behind that, Team Larry.
Quickly against Simmons. A wide open look here for Caruso. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons. Caruso's got 5 points now this quarter.
One of the best all-around players in the NBA right now, in my opinion. Defense, offense.
That one drops for him.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Now here's Simmons. Scoreless thus far. Wagner outside. On the wing, Bird.
No, what a pass by Larry Bird.
How many times have we seen
What a
possession
pass by
like
Bird.
that from them today?
Split the double team.
Coming off a pretty pass.
Now, here's Quickly.
Manuel Quickly.
Defended by Dosunmu.
Been a problem all night.
Good, Quickly.
17
I like
points.
the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
They set the pick. Down low. Fades back. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Wagner's got his second basket of the game.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Bird right side. Kicks it out to Wagner. That doesn't go either for Wagner. Raptors trail by 9. 43 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Mobo. And that's collected by Bird. Bird's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Pass to Dosunmu. At the elbow, it's Bird. Goes up on the high post. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Here's Walter. Defended by Bird. Knocks it loose. Caruso with the steal. Bird with the bounce pass. No coverage. That's
what a pass by Larry Bird on that one. That was, damn, I don't know how he got that through, dudes. He bounced past it from, look at that. Oh, he just got it by him. Dude's back foot just kicked up just enough to get the pass through. And Dosunmu obliges. Swish.
He's got 8 points.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Up by 12. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter.
Brandon Ingram's been shut down tonight.
And one.
Let's go to the substitutions here. Let's give Larry Bird a breather. We'll bring back. And, man, Bo and Durham, they've been working hard. They still haven't recovered. I guess we'll go ahead and get Bird out. And let's go deep into the bench. Let's get Larry Nance Jr. some minutes. Caruso's been busting his butt. He's tired. Down to 82%. We'll let him stay in because Larry will be coming off the bench to replace him anyway. So get some fresh bodies in there at the backcourt. Dosunmu's in there good. Let's come back. I'm going to go with more of an offensive-minded backcourt. Who's the better playmaker of the two? I'll put Dosunmu at point guard. You know what? Let's put Pippen in. And I'll let Dosunmu stay out there. And we'll go with that.
Quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest.
Here we go.
Gotten a positive
Fourth quarter.
outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. They've got Pippen. Hands out there with Alex Caruso. Then there's Wagner. And it's Dosunmu in at the 2-guard.
They're taking
high
it
pick
right
and roll.
into the teeth of the defense, and it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
That's the kind of aggression you want to see when you've got a team on the ropes.
Shooting 1.
Wagner, no good on the free throw. Raptors trail by 14. Pass to Walter. To the paint. Out to Ingram. Stolen by Pippen. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Deflects the pass. Here's Walter. Here's Abaji. Shoots over Dosunmu. The shot, no good. Now here's Caruso. Tight defense on him. Out to Nance. Pippen feeling it out a bit. Shot clock at 6. Robinson with the block. Here's Abaji. Defended by Dosunmu. And that one's good, Abaji.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Outside Pippen. Pass to Wagner. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Wagner's got 4 this quarter.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Ingram outside. To the middle. Nice defense from Wagner.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Here's Caruso. Stolen by Robinson. Here's the break. The finish. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
What is Pippen Jr. doing? No!
You knew what was on
What is Pippen Jr. doing, man? Got dunked on like that.
Gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Pippen kicks to Caruso. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Bowl. Cuts off the pass. Here's Abaji. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here. Pass to Duran. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Dosunmu. And he's good on the 3-ball.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the 3.
And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the Toronto Raptors. A 12-point game. Here's Abaji. And Bull sends it back. And he's able to get it back. Hacked on the shot, and he'll head to the line.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for the Raptors, Ochai Abaji. At the line for 2.
That one is off.
Didn't get to the line in the first half, but since the break, he's been in attack mode. Great adjustment.
Good on the second free throw. And so here's the home team. They've led by as many as 14 points. Pass to Duran. Now Bird. He's covered by Ingram. Van Vliet outside. Ball kicks to Van Vliet to the inside. Clock at 6. Here's Bird. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
Well, that's what you get when you go for style points with a fadeaway, and look, he paid the price.
It's stolen by Duran. Dosunmu finds Bird. Back to Dosunmu. And a miss there on the triple. Raptors trail by 11. Launches it. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Duran the pass to Bird. And that one, good. Bird's got 40 points.
As they set their sights on locking up the win, he has to do everything in his power to make this happen.
And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team.
Team Larry Bird getting revenge. Putting a hurting.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, guys. Got a chance to listen in on Darko Rajakovic during the huddle. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said, we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
Okay, David, much appreciated. They double-team Bird. Pass to Van Vliet. Back to Duran. To the middle. Just 5 to shoot. Good work there as it goes. Bird's got 42 in the game.
It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
Now Ingram. The shot, no good. Bird with some nice D. Here's Van Vliet. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Oh, he is a coach's dream. That's why they love Van Vliet. The intangibles are off the chart, and the execution is consistent.
He throw good, Van Vliet. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Toronto. Quickly comes in for Walter. And so he makes both from the line. Raptors trail by 17. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Jalen Duran.
Shooting for the Raptors, Emmanuel quickly. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Richard, who do you think is the most impactful player right now in the NBA?
I stand by this. As long as LeBron James is wearing an NBA uniform, he is first, second, and third. The ratings say that. The money says that. As long as he is playing, he will be the most impactful player in the NBA.
To the paint, here's Bird. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Bird's got 44.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Birtle sets the pick for Ingram. And it's blocked.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Bird kicks to Van Vliet. Bird sets the screen for Van Vliet. From deep. Toronto grabs the miss. Abaji's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Quickly. Here's Dick. Defended by Dosunmu.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
In the corner, Bull with it. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got his 9th assist.
Team Larry by 20.
Raptors trail by 20. Quickly the pass to Ingram. You know, Richard, so many stars have done it. Any thoughts on a player asking for a trade with multiple years remaining on their contract?
If you're unhappy in any marriage, you should always get out. That is my opinion. Teams do it all the time. They'll sign a player to 5 years and then trade him in 2. So if a player is unhappy after 3 years of a 5-year contract, it's okay for him to request a trade, but continue to show up to work. That is my only request for the players.
Now Van Vliet. And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Scotty Barnes, he's checked in for Toronto.
Into the lineup for the Raptors, number 4, Scotty Barnes.
Toronto on defense. They trail by 16. Bird with the bucket.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And here are the Raptors now. Ingram outside. Fires the 3. Duran pulls it in. Duran's gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the 4th quarter. Van Vliet outside. Here's Bird. Nails the wide-open jump shot. Bird's got 49 points in the game.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Hurdle finds Dick. Here's Ingram. And Bull pulls it down. Gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. And here is Van Vliet. Pass to Duren. On the wing, Dosunmu. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Bird. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Ingram's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Quickly. And Bull sends it back. And that one's good, Barnes.
That was a disgusting first half he turned in, but it's been night and day for him after the break.
Pass to Bird. Shoots the 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound. In the corner, it's Ingram. It's hauled in by Bird.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Yes, that goes in.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside. It just doesn't matter.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Quickly the pass to Dick. Barnes with it. Takes a 3. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Van Vliet outside. Bird a screen on quickly. Van Vliet passes to Bird. 2 points. That one goes. 53 points for Larry Bird.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession.
Man, Larry Bird
players
is
in a position
killing
to succeed.
the NBA right now.
Shooter of his caliber, that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Van Vliet passes to Dosunmu. 3-pointer, Bird.
Bird.
It's rebounded by Dick. Raptors trail by 20. Here's Ingram. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Ingram's got 26 points.
That's a nice dime from Barnes, showing he can break down the defense with his passing.
Pass to Bird. Drills the 3-pointer.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable.
Bird putting on show
throughout the night.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Look how ready Barnes is to play physically. He insists on finishing his motion.
2 shots.
That free throw missing. A new group in now for the Raptors. And he's good on the second.
Yeah, he cuts the deficit a little bit, but not as much as he could have. One miss can make a big difference.
Bird outside. Nice shot from the wing.
Larry Bird. 58.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
And right where he wants to be. It's so dangerous letting Barnes get inside like that.
Van Vliet outside. Bird outside. Shoots over Walter. And so they get the victory here at home. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and together just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for our reporter, David Aldridge, and our analysts, Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We thank you for watching tonight's game. And now, our player of the game, Larry Bird.
So, team Larry Bird getting the revenge from the last loss to the Raptors in their previous matchup. Larry Bird with a phenomenal 58 points on 39 shots. Sheesh, he was shooting the lights out again. But in the NBA today, you're going to get all these. You get a lot of. He would shoot a lot more. So yeah, everybody talks about whether Michael Jordan would average 50 a day. I think Larry Bird would too. I mean, with his jumper and his ability to score from anywhere, why wouldn't he average like 40, 50 points with the shots going around? So, and he's 6'9". Like no one's going to stop that shot. He gets in that lane with his level of physicality too, and craftiness, and all around ability to get his shot off. As we see here, look at this, left-handed three-pointer. Stop and pop from the mid-range, 20-footer from the elbow, floater for left-handed. Just beats Dick off the dribble. Man, that's funny. Just beating guy. Look at that, two little guys in the paint. They're just too small. They're just too. It's a freaking nightmare. So it was Larry Bird show tonight, folks. He was the man yet again. I honestly think, though, between the two teams, Larry Bird's team is just built better than Magic's team. Magic's team is more just, it's fun and it's flash and dash, but there's not a lot of substance on the team. Because if you stop Showtime from scoring, you really don't have any defense. Magic's a great rebounder actually, and Drummond, but outside of them, they really can't rebound. So. But Team Larry, like even if Larry isn't playing good, they have other guys that can step in and run solid plays and get those guys shots and keep the game afloat, even when Larry's not really doing well. But with that being said, moving on to the next matchup, again the rematch from the classic from last time. It will be Steph Curry and Bird yet again. Wait a minute. Holy crap, Steph Curry's injured? Let's take a look. How's Steph doing? Steph Curry's out. Oh, crap, he's injured. Boo. I might go ahead and amend that injury and just bring him back. Like, fuck it. Because I want to see Larry. Nobody wants to see Steph Curry be injured. We'll just, fuck it. I'll just play God and uninjure him. Let's take a look. Where do you go to check? I think it's the front office, maybe coaching, perhaps. Or is it league news? Injury report, yeah. League-wide. Let's go league-wide. The entire injury. I don't see Curry. Let's go to the Warriors. Just do it that way. Yeah, Curry's out with right shoulder tendonitis. He's hurt. You know what? I'm playing God. I consider the Curry
Uninjured, you're back in the. You know, I want to see him play. I want to see the matchup. So now that I've played God, Curry's back in the lineup. I don't care. I'm doing it for entertainment purposes. That's the beautiful. That's the beauty of video games. You get to play God. So that being said, guys, I'll see you guys next time for the matchup that you all want to see. One of the two greatest shooters of all time going at it. As the Golden State Warriors come in to Team Larry to take on Team Larry. I'll see you guys in the next video.